Hi. Okay. I should be back now. All right. So I'm trying some. I'm going to just start all over again, to be honest with you, too. But I'm trying something a little bit different. I'm trying to stay out of all YouTube tabs. So I downloaded the live chat real quick through the YouTube comment search extension there. And I have that pulled up in tabs. So I'm just going to do a keyword search or whatever for my name and go from there. I just have to turn this on. Okay. All right, there. All good. Okay, so hi. Sorry. And I'm also going to read comments either through StreamYard or through my iPad. So yay. Hey, I'm back. I don't like how that light is, but whatever. I'm going to have to just ignore it. So anyway, let me go ahead and just share screen here. So like I said, I'm just going to start over. And this one. So the hell is home row? There it is. Okay. All right. So I'm just doing a YouTube name search or whatever for me, because really I just want to address what they're saying about me. I don't really give a shit about whatever else nonsense is spewing. So EKC sucks. Okay. EKC sucks. EKC is disturbingly obsessed with Katie Joy. And like I said earlier, I'm really not. I mean, I understand though how someone might look at my channel and that would be their first conclusion or whatever. But really though, when you look at it, watch any of the content, I don't go after her. I don't talk shit about her. I'll call out this shit she does, or I'll correct this shit that she does, or whatever. And yeah, I don't like the shit that she does, but I don't dislike her. I don't like her, but I don't hate her. I don't despise her. I don't really think anything of her. And like I said, it's not about who she is. It's about what she's doing with her very large platform publicly, intentionally, like day after day. When she starts telling lies on people, when she starts putting victims who she claims to be advocating for, actually putting them at risk of more harm. You could say that I'm really, really into hating that. It's the behavior. It's not the person. Like, there's not really many people I really just really dislike like that. Although nonsense is about up there on the list now. Or not now. She's been there really. EKC and Potato should not have channels, in my opinion. Wow. How very high and mighty you must think of yourself to think that you are entitled to be any kind of YouTube police or anything. That you feel like you should get to make those decisions for other people because you think that this decision should be made and it should be what you think it should be. So no, I'm a big, huge supporter of free speech. You don't have to like what I'm saying, but so long as I'm not violating terms of service, and believe me, I've been reported enough times, and YouTube has not even struck my channel, not even once. So yeah, so obviously I'm not violating any terms of service, and I haven't been arrested, so I'm not breaking any laws. So yeah, I get to have a channel. You don't have to watch, you have that free will. So I think you should. It's crazy, LC. I've had real life issues that have not lasted as long as EKC's obsession with Katie. Well, okay. See, again, though, it's my speaking out on something when something fucked up is said. I'm sorry if you have real life issues that last longer than your desire to do that, but it's a you problem, I guess. I don't know who EKC is. Aren't you missing out? Didn't EKC reach out to KJ's offender? No, I didn't. I didn't even try. I didn't even think about it. It was something I had no desire to do. So no. How about you get that right? Or you could be, I don't know, Spreader of misinformation too, I guess. Whatever. But yeah, I didn't. EKC and group tried to prove nonsense was Katie. They spent hours and it became disturbing. Okay. We all suspected that they were one and the same. I mean, it was almost like nonsense put content out on her channel. Is it to let people think that? I'm not saying this what she did, but I mean, she did nothing whatsoever to dissuade people from thinking that. In fact, she kind of just fed into it by being weird. Where's my link keep going up? So yeah, but I think we all pretty much figured out or assumed that they were not one and the same when they did the live stream together. Sure, they were using an avatar, but they were on the stream together. So yeah, and I don't really care if she was or not. Whatever. Promoting EKC made their channels for awareness about Ziggy. I don't know what Ziggy is. Promoting EKC, but I already read that one. Make that make sense. EKC is worse. I am not. Definitely not worse than nonsense. EKC reasonable. Shut the fuck up. Again, I'm going to say this. Just like I told Becky when she told me to shut the fuck up. No, but if it's that important to you, then perhaps you should try the Gandhi approach. You know, be the change you wish to see in the world. And you shut the fuck up. EKC won't be able to handle your immense stupidity, BJ. You'd be surprised how much stupidity I can handle. Not saying she's stupid, but I've dealt with nonsense for years now, so it can't be worse than that. Wait, did she just say EKC? I wouldn't trust her ever. Wait, you shouldn't. You trust my receipts. Don't trust me. Trust my receipts. Reasonable, what the fuck? EKC is very problematic and has no problem going real life. See, okay, this is what they like to call what I did with Katie going real life. But here's the thing. I didn't catch wind or I didn't hear on the internet that something had happened in her real life and then I went and sought it out. No, she brought the real life to the internet. She brought the real life to the internet in the first 10 days of September there when she did three or four live streams and one video upload and put out dozens, and I mean dozens of tweets, posts on Facebook, on Instagram, when she outed the person she accused by name, first and last name, and their family members and their family's businesses. Okay. But whatever. I didn't even care that much about that. But then when she named the police investigator and the police department and tried blaming the whole lack of prosecution thing on him, saying that he was corrupt, saying that he threatened her, he made her cry, he did this and that, he called her a liar and everything. That's the thing I cared about. So she brought their real life and she tried bringing the internet life, the internet mob hate to these real life locations in her community. People were contacting, were tweeting the police department. Katie herself even said that in the end of one of her live streams, saying, as she's laughing, she's like, "Oh no, God, you guys are contacting them. Oh God, oh God," and she's laughing. So yeah, she brought it real life. She brought her real life into YouTube and vice versa. And then someone fact checked her, and she didn't like it. That's what I did. I fact checked her. And any which way you want to look at it, as far as her essay goes or whatever, I'll be honest with you, as of today, I don't believe her on the essay anymore. I don't, but I did for the longest time. I really did. I benefit of the doubt maybe, but whatever. But say what you want. It was proven through an investigation as a result of all of this that she was not being honest. Her claims, her accusations against a police officer were not factual. So say what you want. That is the facts. Those are the facts. That's what she lied about. So yeah. Perhaps I should have let the real life stay as it was, as she was trying to put out there, where she tried turning an entire community against this police department, against this investigator. She tried ruining him personally, professionally. She tried eroding any and all trust in her local police department by any other victims in her area, by making them feel unsafe to report because of the lies she was putting out there. Perhaps I should have let that be the real life. rather than this. I don't know, but I disagree with that. You don't have to agree. I get it. It's fine. That decision is not for everyone, but it was for me. Brittany has no clue who EKC is. She's just saying that because she's against you. And like I said in the last stream, there's far worse ways to become friendly with someone, right? I think there is. I mean, just look at all the friendships nonsense created out of our hatred of Molly. I mean, come on. The whole world needs to call out EKC piece of shit. I agree with that. If anyone has any issue with anything I said, call me out, but bring the receipts. Come with receipts. Or something. Just go ahead. I welcome that. BJ doesn't know EKC except for nonsense, but her chat tried to tell her she was bad news to the point BJ had to stop talking about her. That's fine. I mean, it kind of sucks that, that people want to go so far as to like help keep nonsense propped up in her fucking mound of lies by doing that. But I mean, hey, that seems a little crazy. That seems fucking obsessive to me. Okay. Because I don't go around messaging people or telling people, warning people about Katie. I really don't. I may leave comments in like News Nation's like fucking video or whatever. But I mean, those are reporters. They can handle it. I'm not fucking messaging anyone else or whatever. So yeah. That seems obsessive. BJ can have EKC. Bitch, no one can have me. No one owns me to give me to someone else. That's not how this works. Such a strange thing to say. Does EKC still talk to Rakin? Because I know EKC talks to Brooke and Rakin allegedly. What? Does EKC still talk to Rakin? Because I know EKC talks to Brooke and Rakin allegedly screwed Brooke from 90 days over like she did. I don't even know who Brooke is. I mean, maybe I talked to her, but I don't know who Brooke is. So I don't know. And as far as Rakin and I goes, I mean, we both kind of went our separate ways with our interests on YouTube or social media or whatever, but we're still friendly. I mean, I still like her. We just haven't had much to talk about in a while. That's all. So, yeah. And also just because if we were to talk, she and I can both talk to other people too, I mean, this isn't like some fucking purity test or something here. It's fucking YouTube. People are going to talk to people that other people beef with, whatever. It's like, it's life, man. Get over it. Of course you like EKC. Rakin doxed and exposed the arrest record of a creator I followed and really cared about, then blocked all of us on Twitter. Coward. No, she didn't. But not really. Okay. I think it was referred to at the time as a soft dox. So all Rakin said was she tweeted at someone. She didn't share anything. She just tweeted and mentioned a charge that person had. That's it. Not where the charge was. Just like, hey, why don't you go take care of that, speeding ticket you got last year? Like that. That's the basics of it. The gist of it. That's it. I guess from what I recall, some other account did share more information through screenshots or whatever, but that wasn't Rakin. So yeah. And the reason why she blocked y'all on Twitter is because you guys were fucking ruthless. Like you guys were horrible. Like this is what I don't get. Like as fucked up as I find that Katie Joy does some shit or someone else or nonsense does some shit. You know where you're not going to find me? You're not going to find me over on Nonsense's Twitter. You're not going to find me over on a Facebook page. I mean, sure, over the years I commented on something here and there, but only when she posted something about me. So yeah, I'm not over there just jumping into shit and fucking being a cunt. I'm not doing that. So I don't know, maybe Maybe that's why you got blocked. You know? I mean, people are allowed to disagree with you. People are allowed to do things that you may not even like. They're allowed. So, yeah. I'm pretty sure that EKC and Reagan haven't liked each other or talked in a long time. But then again, things change daily, weekly, etc. Well, I think she still liked me. I still liked her. We just haven't talked in a while, sure. But so this sounds like the last part of the sentence is kind of a dig. Like, oh, things change daily, weekly, etc. Like, nothing can stay the same here. It's the internet. What the fuck? Crazy. EKC is an airhead. You know, I'll have you know, it takes quite a bit of intelligence to act so stupid sometimes. Like, you have to be smart enough to know it's stupid to act stupid, right? So, yeah. BJ, shut up. You don't know EJC. You saying that because you see something nonsense. I don't know what that's supposed to say. But one wrong word, and EKC and group try to destroy your life. That's not true. It's so not true. I mean, if you're going to tell lies about us, I mean, there's more than one. Sorry, I hit my microphone. There's more than one wrong word. But if you're going to tell lies about us, then I think that I have a right to reply or respond. And if my response, you take my response as a destroyer of lives, then I want to be called the destroyer from now on. So, of course, she had to mention that she thinks EKC is really pretty. Oh, she did? Thank you. You are too, BJ. BJ and her man-child are shallow as fuck. I can't imagine being in the chat talking about some chick I don't even really know and her man-child. Like, this seems, I don't know. It seems like not just shallow, but dry. EKC said it was bad satire when a deranged person tried to put her kids in CP. Oh, boy. See, I want to call you a really nasty word right now because you're trying to use some bullshit like that against me because you don't like me. What I said was trying to make sense of why the person who sent me that was not arrested, because it was assured to us that this person was going to be arrested, that the FBI was involved. I sent that shit to the FBI, okay? And nothing came of it. So I wondered why the fuck that was. I spoke to an attorney who said, it sounds like from what you're describing to me, it could have been considered like a satire, or I don't know, he used other words about it too, but it's a legal thing. That could be why she wasn't arrested. That's what I was told. That's it. And I reiterated that to other people who also had the same concerns about why this person wasn't arrested. Like, we all were worried. We were concerned about that. So I wondered why, and I asked why. And that's what I was told. But you want to sit here and say that I said it, that I called those images satire, that that's what I did. Wow, that's fucked up. That's so fucked up. You usually, I'm only reading mine, that's right. I can't believe EKC still has a channel. Is she ban evading? Nope. This is the same channel I had started in 2020. So, nope. You know, it might be, maybe, that I'm not anywhere near as bad as you may have heard that I am. And you might want to inquire about that for yourself. Or you can just sit there and not think for yourself. That's fine too. But they all like EKC. Reagan did the FOIA, yet gets a pass while accusing everyone else. Now I know why. What FOIA? Now, what FOIA? Not the one I did in 2020. I mean, she's done other FOIAs, I think, but anyway. I'm going to keep saying this. Check out Nonsense's videos in EKC Sims and see who did what. And by all means, you should do that. But then when you want to see actual receipts and find out the facts, then you should check out mine. So the Tina I'll cut you woman was the one that was part of the Three Muskrats. EKC Steve and Tina. She has boxes and boxes of files and okay, boomer. Like, do you think that we're just all sitting around here like printing shit out and putting them away in fucking boxes or filing cabinets or whatever? She has boxes and boxes. What the fuck? Oh my god. Sea Beach, this is who EKC is. Enough said. Okay. BJ likes EKC, but won't say EKC is a harasser and have a full restraining order and now is in contempt. I'm not in contempt. What are you talking about? Oh, I'm not. Okay. Have you been listening, BJ? What the fuck did you hear Nanya give the story on what EKC did to a sub? To which I'm going to say that Nanya's wrong. But I understand because she bought nonsense's shit for so long, and then she wised up or whatever. So I understand that she either doesn't know or just hasn't realized that this too was something that Nonsense and others were full of shit about. But don't take my word for it. Just ask to see their evidence. Ask to see any evidence of these things that I've said or done that are considered legal harassment, allegedly. Because I'm still wondering what the fuck that is. So yeah, I'm not going to get into that right now. But yeah. Nonsense, I was told EKC read the report 3 times. I didn't. So 2020, when I requested the report because I wanted to find evidence that the investigator did his due diligence, did the things he was supposed to do. And he did. He absolutely did. And that's what I went over in 2020. I wanted to clear his name. I wanted to clear whatever image she was portraying of him, especially in their own local community. And even in this entire time that I've discussed this, I've been adamant over and over again about how I believe Katie about these whatever, I believe her. I don't anymore. And I discussed this about a year ago. But when I discussed it a year ago, I went over Katie's live streams that she did talking and about this and mocking and ridiculing people and sad fishing, whatever. I don't fucking know. So that's not a report. So yeah. Anyway. But you think EKC is a wonderful person. Make it make sense, BJ. Okay. She thinks I'm wonderful. Can you make sense of that now? But actually, I don't know if she does. Someone does. Good, because you sound like an idiot. Sorry, but you heard the story of what Nanya said about EKC did, but you didn't hear any of it. Shaking my fucking head. You don't even know the story. You've been lied to. Like, one of these streams, Kathy P mentions how I contacted her. And I did, like last week or the week before, because I heard a video clip of her. And she said something. And this wasn't the first time I've heard something that was just completely bullshit. And it dawned on me that, wait a minute, are people being fed this absolute total false? I mean, this isn't like spin. Like, for Kathy to say what she said, she hadn't been fed a completely bullshit story. It's not just some like clever spin or whatever put on it. So it dawned on me that there could be a lot of people who just been flat out told to show bullshit information. So I want to know. So yeah, I want to know what I did, or I want to know what people are under the impression I did and shit. So yeah. EKC is back. Oh joy. Oh, I never left. I thought she was EKC. Which one is it? I don't know. EKC and Reagan go back to messing with Katie Joy. No one needs you over here. Okay, but I think I mean, I don't want to speak for Reagan, but she seems like a pretty I don't know, strong person. She'll go wherever the fuck she wants, I think, and so will I. Yeah. Oh my gosh. And using EKC as a credible source? No. No, don't ever use me personally as a credible source. Don't ever sit there and say, listen, I believe this because Erin, EKC, told me and she assured me it's true. Don't ever do that with me or anyone. Don't take me as the credible source. Take my receipts. That's your source. My receipts are your source, and they're credible. And they're definitely verifiable. EKC, okay. Am I back at the top? Oh, I am. Okay. I mean, I can't see. Okay. There's only 11 in this one? There's more than that. Okay, so oh, son of a bitch. We're going to close that one out. Okay. So this is from another stream she did over the past couple of days. This is the demonic one or whatever she has in the title. The one I just got done going over was the one from the wheels on the bus go round and round or whatever. Holy shit, grow the fuck up. All right, anyway. Beach, you're using content from a person that has absolutely done these things to another content creator. Your own subs told you several months ago that EKC is a problematic person. I'm being nice right now. Oh, you're being nice. Okay. You're trying to dictate who someone should and shouldn't talk to or I don't know, talk about on their platform or just even know. You're trying to control that. But sure, you're being super nice. Mm-hmm. Yep. And I'm going to say this right now. What is it saying? Oh, what is it? Something about no well-behaved woman ever made history or something like that, or history is full of, I don't know, something about women who didn't behave. So yeah, I'm problematic. Sure. Yeah, she was more disgusting with it than EKC was. I don't know. Who's more disgusting than I am? I could see the EKC and Steve McRae fuckery long before Nonsense had a YouTube channel. Nonsense just confirmed that my ears and eyes were not lying to me after all. Oh, I know who you are. Yeah, okay. And that was originally read out on Little Red's channel. EKC read it on her panel, almost like history repeating itself in some ways. Okay, what was read on Little Red's channel was nothing more than Katie shared repeatedly for the months leading up to then herself. She put this information out. I realize that it's hard to see that now because she ended up receiving a cease and desist and she had to take all of it down. So now it just looks like she never put the shit up and here I am talking about it. I realize that. But I saved all the shit that she said. So I'm not going to put it out there publicly because I do think it is harmful to all those people I mentioned. But I mean, if anyone wanted to check it out, I mean, I'd send you a link, I guess, whatever. But yeah. So EKC emailed me. Oh, yeah, here it is. EKC emailed me trying to question me because she knew I was a witness for the sub and thought she could use me. I didn't respond. That's not what I said. What? Oh, you are so full of shit. So full of shit. Okay, let me just point out a lie here right now. First of all, when I emailed her, first said was I shared my condolences for the loss of her husband, and I apologize for not having said that sooner. I wanted to, but because of our history, I really felt like had I sent her a message, I was just going to upset her more, and I did not want to do that. Maybe that was my chicken way, myself taking the chicken way out of it. I don't know, whatever. But I know I did feel I didn't want to upset her more. So yeah, so first of all, that's what my email said. But I'm not going to read the whole thing. I just want to, right here, she says, trying to question me because she knew I was a witness. I knew you're a witness, and I thought I could use you. Huh. Like, just don't fucking lie. Like, how is this? Why is it so hard? Just don't fucking lie. So, I explained how, as you know, I'm in this legal battle and I'm pro se. So as a result, I do have to contact people, and when I have questions or whatever. And I said, which is why I've reached out to you and to ask you these questions. And then I said, I have not received any witness or evidence list, so I have no idea if or who might be appearing to testify, which is why I can't take the chance of simply waiting to cross-examine you should you be asked and agree to testify. I have no clue, but I can't take the risk of that not being the case. So I have to reach out. I have to ask her these questions now because I owe it to myself to do that. So yeah. So then I shared, or I pointed out the media I was sharing and what it says and what my question was. So yeah, that's what I said. So tell me, where in that did I say that I knew she was a witness? Because I clearly said I had no fucking idea. And where did I say that I could use her? I just want to know what the fuck she was talking about. That's all. Because she said something was not at all accurate. So, what was it she said? It was she was on Cheshire stream, I think, when she said it. Either Cheshire was streaming her stream or she was actually on stream with Cheshire, one or the other. And they're talking about my DMs, and she was talking about how I said I wasn't going to release my DMs with the person, at that time. And then Kathy said, yeah, you're not going to release them because of what you say in them. And I can't for the life of me what she means, because there's nothing I said in my DMs that I would be afraid of anyone at all seeing. So I want to know what she thinks I said in my DMs, that she thinks I'm afraid of anyone knowing I said. Like, because that doesn't make sense. But yeah. So yeah, she's being dishonest there. If EKC wants to dip her toes in the water over here, I got her. Oh, come get me then. You got me? Come get me. I'm here. No one's got me right now. You want? Come on. Yeah. And I'll dip my whole fat ass in the water too if I want. BJ was just talking about EKC the other night. Well, yeah, that's why Nonsense is streaming about me, because she can't stand that other people are talking about me. Kathy, good for you. Way back, I thought EKC was at least able to stay somewhat unbiased compared to others, but her silly loyalty to Steve and wanting to fit in with Molly Goner or whatever. Yeah, I'm so wanting to stay loyal to Steve. That he and I we don't really talk. Nothing, no reason for it. Just, again, different paths, different interests, And I'm so wanting to fit in with Molly and shit. Like, I talked to her once, I think, over the past several months. So yeah, that's how badly I want to fit in by not trying to fit in. And that's just fun. And I'm not unbiased. I am, but no, I'm not unbiased to bullshit. Or I'm not biased to bullshit. I don't know how you heard that. The name would be EKC. Don't you? But you can call me Big Papa Pumps. EKC is a vile creature. Again, I want to be called the Destroyer. Okay? I mean, Enforcer was pretty cool back when that whole thing went down with Union Rock. But I kind of want to be the Destroyer now. Can we do that? EKC knows no bounds. She's so gross. Okay. So yeah. All right, let me check chat. I haven't looked at it in a minute. It really does fucking annoy me though how Kathy just like straight up lied like that. It really does. Like I specifically said, I haven't gotten a witness list or an evidence list, so I have no idea who's testifying. So I can't take the risk of you not testifying. I take the risk of waiting till then to ask you these questions because you might not be testifying. I don't know. And so wow, it's fucked up. Anyway. Thank you about the sweater. It's like a little coat. I love it too. Oh yeah. Oh, like none of them have read it for you, right? She had to deflect from the hate she was getting from calling Sophie a liar. Yep. Absolutely. I think that that's a big part of what it was. That, and I think that she'd been talking a lot at that time about those kinds of sensitive subjects, and I think she wanted the attention that she saw people getting. So she tried to get it the same way other people were getting it, by telling their story. Only, yeah. It was during the pandemic, and dude's uncle was about to lose the business. Oh, from her tarnishing and defaming the family and shit. Yeah. Didn't she also say that the dude's grandfather hosted or whatever a funeral for one of the, I don't know, upper military members of the Third Reich? I'm pretty sure that's what she said. Like, that's fucking crazy. I mean, he may have been, whatever, but I mean, I don't know. But just, I don't think that was the connection. I think that he was a German officer or whatever, and he came here after the war. But obviously, our country must have allowed it. So maybe he wasn't some high-ranking Third Reich officer. Anyway. Oh, wait a minute. Why are we talking about my dowry? But oh yeah, she can have her. Only 200 goats? I don't know. um. So oh, hi, Mr. Blackbuff. Hi, Mikkel. Hi. Oh, hi, Ismail. Hi, Reagan. Hi, Taboo Topics. Hi, Jill B. No idea what you said. Oh, okay. Yeah, I wonder. Okay, so here's my take on Nanya. Okay. I don't believe that no one is is um is above, not redemption so much, but like I don't think that anyone really is so far wrong or so long wrong or whatever that they can't realize it. Okay. So the thing is though is she knew nonsense. She was friends with nonsense. So she seen and she had to have known a lot of the shit nonsense was saying or doing behind the scenes. And she had to have known where nonsense was getting her, where she was formulating her thoughts from, what bits of information she was, using to come to these conclusions. And if that's the case, then I don't trust it because I know what information was there. I know all that was available to all of us for us to land in where we landed. Now you can sit there and see something or read something and maybe interpret it differently. Okay, fine. But nonsense just straight up acted like shit didn't exist. And Nanya didn't argue with that. But she had to have seen that it did. So I don't know. I mean, I give her credit. She saw nonsense for being full of shit and she cut her ties. So that's huge. That is huge. And I give her mad credit for that. So I'm just gonna leave it at that. Oh, when did Kathy P recently stream subs? I know she has like over like the past couple of years, but let him spend a week in the Dabble verse, Onion verse. I want to know more about these verses because they kind of do sound fascinating. Not like fascinating, like oh my god, that's awesome. Like fascinating, like I get why you were responding, but if I were you, I wouldn't bother. You're not wrong. You are currently being brought up and used as a weapon between Nunya and nonsense to attack each other. They don't care about the truth. I I agree with you. I agree with you 100%. And that's why I'm not taking it that seriously either. The only thing really that I read that kind of pissed me off was just that one that shy Sheila or whatever comment that talked about my kids and the FBI and CP or whatever. That's the only thing that really pissed me off. Nothing else is whatever. I won't even remember it. Um. So yeah, but you're not wrong. Yeah, Kathy was being a dishonest piece of shit as usual. And that sucks too. It really does. We none of your nonsense are fighting. Ha, liar. I'm like, yeah, dude, you didn't know? I didn't know either. Um, See, like I came into all of this because I was over the past couple of weeks. I've been just getting together the rest of shit. Not everything I'm going to need for Corner Friday, but I'm just while I'm at it, I'm putting it all together for here on out. And one of the things I had to go and grab were some clips or parts of the live stream chats and everything from Nonsense. So I was going through her live streams. And after I did that, I was getting these other channels recommended to me. And one of them was this other one. They nicknamed the channel The Soup or something, I think. And so, but she had in her title some bullshit about nonsense. So I'm like, oh, someone else who doesn't like nonsense. Let's check this shit out. So, and I'm listening to it, and I end up chatting in the chat a little bit. And nonsense saw me there, and boy, she didn't waste any fucking time to fucking jump on the internet and start streaming about it either. Like I think there were like 2 streams done by the time I even fucking knew about them. So, like that's how this all came up. And upon my list following shit and the Soup's live chat, because Nanya was in there, I reading the comments, I realized, oh, they're not getting along. And then to hear nonsense talking about shit about her and those live streams, they're really not getting along. So yeah. I don't know why, but is Molly still Molly Parton, or did her channel get deleted again? I have no idea. I know she was Molly Parton. I have no idea if it's deleted. I hope not. Hi, Janelle. I read your comment, but I didn't say hi, so hi. All right, leave off. Okay, here we go. None is worse now throwing out shit and nonsense. She took part in it and distorting all sorts of shit. Yeah. Again, I don't think you're wrong. Again, though, I don't think you're wrong. I'm still gonna give her like credit, props for not partaking in nonsense is bullshit any longer. So, but yeah. I'll be in the judge to get the list and ask for a stay while you research. Yeah. I see from the sounds of it, this all the steps in this go around or with this new judge are completely different, and I don't, but yeah. I'm definitely making sure I'm prepared anyways. No, it's a great suggestion. Thank you. And I will definitely take it under advisement. Kathy B seems to have an issue with comprehending what she reads in a cognitive bias sort of way. And I don't know if she even realizes it sometimes. Okay. All right. In that case, she does it a lot, though. You know, I mean, you may not be wrong, but she does it a lot. And she ignores the explanation of it when you point it out to her. When, I don't know. So, yeah. He was a war criminal or something. Wait, what? Oh, the Third Reich guy. Okay. Kathy P was just as dirty as them when they were all committing crimes together a couple years ago. Her hands are just as dirty. I agree. I have the screenshots. Goats get out of the fence too easily. Wait, what? Janelle says, from what I've seen from Nunya last few years, she takes part in it all and then gets in front of it in public. She made an entire anonymous channel to attack another old friend, Queen. You mean Queen B? Did she really? I don't trust none of your nonsense. Word. Yep, you're right. I agree, Mikhail. I think they both want to be alphas. Totally fascinating from a human study point of view. Yep. Nunya did not cut her ties, though. Nonsense did. Oh, I was around then and have been since under a different name. Nunya lets everyone else do the dirty and pretends to play dumb. I can see that. And it's annoying, you know, because she really does kind of come across as someone who wouldn't be like that. So it's annoying when she is. Yeah, Mikhail says, yeah, I don't watch them either. They have lazy content. It's just insult throwing. Dude, this what it was like. I was listening to this part of the stream and I'm just like, how the fuck, like, is she happy about still talking, still saying the same fucking shit about the same fucking people? And even if it's different people, it's still the same fucking shit she's saying, you know? Like, is it fun for her? I mean, I don't know. I feel like it would exhaust me. It would it would drain the color out of everything around me, in a sense. Molly Parton was a genius name, though. Yeah, I agree. Soup, Nunya, Joneson, and a lot more in their bubble have been going after nonsense for a solid 6 months straight and are using shit they participated in but denying it to their new subs. Yeah, that's yeah. Okay, Mikhail, bye. Thanks for being here. She was behind the channel ITOW to attack Queen after she walked away from Queen. Really? Why did she walk away from Queen? Holy shit! I think I really haven't followed anyone in that community. Like, not even the channels I liked. I just haven't kept up with it. But I am going to share something here that I did see. I'm trying to think of the quickest way to do this. Don't go away. So there is one channel that I discovered when I was in the chat there on Soup's channel. She was playing clips from a few other channels, and one channel caught my eye, and I asked who it was, and I went over to their channel and immediately subbed. And then I saw this video, and I was like, oh, I'm so glad I found this channel. I'm so glad. I gotta share. Oh no, I did share this with Dada. That's right. Let me get to it. So the name of the channel is Call It As I See It. And months ago, she played part of a stream from Flava's channel. And as soon as I find it, oh wait, I'm 3 years ago. It wasn't that long ago. It was just months ago. It was like 7 months ago or something. How is it? Oh, here it is. So it was. She shared. It was 10 months ago. So she shared something from Flava's channel. Oh, wait, that's the short one. Let me find the longer one. Because there are two of them. Here we go. Okay. So again, it was on Flava's channel. And she had on a guest called at Possum Wrangler. And apparently, I would love it. I would love to talk to Possum Wrangler too. Especially for like in time for court on Friday. I messaged Flava, but I haven't heard back from her. So, because according to Possum Wrangler, she was in DMs with Becky, and well, you know, I'm gonna play it. I'm gonna let her to explain it because it's if you were around, if you participated or it just witnessed any of the whole Marvon McRae and Letitia Bias, any of that shit, then this is like a step toward closure, I think, for you. I know it was for me. Let's see, I'm gonna share. Oh wait, it's not gonna let me send it to myself. What the fuck? All right, whatever. It's in my history now. All right. So she Possum Wrangler was in DMs with Becky after like some time after all that shit went down. And well, apparently Becky had some come to Jesus moments or something to realize I had been wrong. So What the? I just played it.
She said, original and French vanilla. Dessert 5, 0 sugar.
Okay. There we go. Okay, this video is only like 15 minutes long. So. Oops. So here it is. It's on the channel Call It As I See It. And it's a 15-minute clip from Flava's channel when Flava had Possum Wrangler on to talk about how everyone treated Letitia Bias and when Possum Wrangler spoke to nonsense about that in DMs. Oh, yeah, I know what.
After Katie Joy requested a refund, Nonsense says, yes, let me look into these dates so I can maybe fill in some things I do know. I'll be very honest, though. I have not closely followed the refunds as I personally have had conflicts there with that from the start. Even I do not agree with how things have happened at all on all ends,
so,
including
what she's reading are Possum Wrangler's DMs with nonsense. So Possum Wrangler is telling nonsense how she doesn't agree with how people came for Letitia and everything, you know? So
sadly with my own involvement to begin with. Do what? She says, I'll be honest, I was very frustrated with you in the beginning, but you have acknowledged.
When did she come up?
But you have acknowledged how you messed up in your actions. Prove you have turned it around. The truth is, I don't think Letitia should have been. On to the next one. Okay, Nonsense says, Judy requested a refund on July the 10th, which was one of the first. There has been a ton of requests sent from the 10th of July to the 30th of July from what I've seen and can confirm. The police report, I'm waiting to see what the next step will be. So far, it seems like an informational report to me. But again, I'm not anyone with qualification to say that is one way or the other. I'm very sorry that I disappointed you. So I totally understand how and why I did.
Wait.
I appreciate you telling me that it helps us.
I missed that part. The police report, and wait. So Possum Wrangler will be in the blue because they're her messages that she shared. But that's not there. The police report, I'm waiting to see what the next step will be. So far, it seems like an informational report to me. But again, I'm not anyone with motherfucker. Oh my god. Wow, you suck.
Says, I fully believe Judy was well within her rights to request a refund. And if y'all don't know anything about Judy Bill, I think her name was Judy Bill. I think Judy Bill. But she requested a refund from Letitia as well.
10-year-old
yeah, the thing is that she was seen. She was in the comment section on Nonsense's original Facebook page long before she even heard of Marvin. Okay, and Judy Beal was instructing the readers on how to go about asking for refund from other GoFundMe's and which credit cards and which banks are best to work with in that regard. So yeah.
Okay, she says, right. I fully believe that Judy was well within her rights to request a refund and should have received it. In fact, that is part of the reason the situation with Danielle's dates not matching her cash app is so concerning to me. I did listen to the full interview with Down the Rabbit Hole, and Danielle once claimed the dates in her report were correct and that her cash app to Letitia had nothing to do with Katie Joy. Yet Danielle's cash app payment sent to Letitia clearly says it's in reference to treatment of Letitia by Katie Joy.
Yeah, so that's Possum Wrangler pointing out to Ness how Danielle lied. Danielle said, "Oh, me asking for a refund, me giving whatever, me giving the donation had nothing to do with Katie Joy." When in the message section of her donation, it said, "Here, to make up for how Katie Joy treated you," or whatever the fuck it was.
She said Danielle's note even included something about Katie, so that's definitely false. What is this? This whole situation has me angry, heartbroken, and confused. In the beginning, I really struggled with the picture being painted of his family, not being able to see or get updates. My own husband is so passionate about his family being nowhere near him at any point that even though we have medical POAs for each other, he also had a living will and standard will drafted specifically to detail his instructions about who is allowed no info or no understand them not trusting the VA. with you in a minute, but you have acknowledged how you messed up and your actions prove you have turned it around. The truth is, I don't think.
I'll be honest, I was very frustrated with you. Beginning, you have acknowledged how you messed up and your actions prove you have turned it around. The truth is, I don't think Letitia should have been focusing at all. Having said that, anyone using Letitia as a way to take down Molly or Justin, who I'm not fond of, and lying in a police report to do so just gives people a reason to say everyone connected to her is lying.
Letitia should have been fundraising at all. Having said that, anyone using Letitia as a way to take down Molly or Justin, who I'm not fond of, and lying in this report to do so, just gives people a reason to say everyone connected to her is lying. Nonsense says, I do know right off the bat that I think a lot have been confused by the refunds, as two of the main ones are for $5. So we've seen a lot from Judy, which is the refund request for $500 on my page. And refund request was just for before all others started. Judy, to my knowledge, did not file anything with anyone as she says, good evening, nonsense. I've been following the Drake and Marvin McCray story from early on. It was a topic of conversation in my Wounded Warriors caregiver support groups, and there was a lot of really big emotions attached to this particular situation due to the way his wife was being treated. My husband is a 100% disabled USMC combat veteran that, aside from physical disabilities, struggles with PTSD and anxiety. I myself was disgusted at the accusations and treatment of Dre. My career was in law enforcement and the judicial system for 15 years prior to start my own business to be more available to my kids. I say all this to explain my interest. Screen grabs with dates of my message to a close friend from the beginning of the story to show that I'm not team anybody. USMC veteran whose life story surrounds me.
Okay.
Stated the following via screenshots and email. Letitia Bias was looking for donations to help with getting a lawyer for visitation rights to see her son. She stated if the person didn't want to contribute to GoFundMe, she gave her Cash App account on 7/9/22. Libra donated $500 via Cash App.
Then she
requested a refund on 7/14.
She shows the screenshots or whatever from the refund request. I want to get Possum Wrangler up there though. I want to play the things that she says. Okay.
Possum, you still coming up? Oh, there she is.
Okay, so those emails from the very beginning
when was the stream done? I'm not sure when the Flavor and Possum stream happened, but this was put on the It Is channel or whatever it's called 10 months ago. So
right after those police reports started,
right,
and I was extremely frustrated. As you saw some of my conversation, the green screenshots were where I was conversing with Raken, actually.
Okay.
My side of the conversation with Raken, asking her to see of it. Because I didn't understand why everybody was jumping on Letitia's case, even though at that point, I also stood by Dre as far as Letitia not seeing him.
Right.
Yeah, and this part I especially liked hearing or whatever, because Possum is going to go on and explain how at the time that this was happening, she was on Dre's side with with Dre's decision to not let the family see the husband, and she explains why she was on that side, because she was kind of biased, because there's a situation with her own family where she believes it's warranted to not have the family come and see her husband, and it's by the husband's request. And it happened. So, and Possum goes on to explain how, she took that position because of her bias, pretty much. She didn't realize that this situation going between Marvin and Letitia was nothing like the situation going on with Possum's husband and, her mother-in-law. But I'll let her go on and finish.
I came from that place from a personal bias. My own husband is no contact with his mother. My husband is a Marine, but he also has it in his directives that he's no contact with his mother, that if something were to happen to him and he didn't have a voice, he was on a ventilator, any of that situation, that she is not to be permitted around him to protect me, is that he has it in his written directives.
Okay.
Because I understand that I know now that was my bias speaking. Every family's situation is different. I also know the way that Dre handled the situation with what was going on with him in the seizure was not smart.
Yeah, it was not at all. It was not at all.
But even in the midst of all that, with my bias against, from my perspective, seeing it, I still didn't think what was happening to Letitia was okay.
Right.
No matter what
right there. She said even back then, with her perspective, while looking at the situation through her bias, she still didn't agree with what was being done to Letitia, how people were coming for her, hating on her, just fucking attacking her on, online and shit.
Even if he was no contact with his mom, she did not deserve that happened to her. People brought her onto the public platform. She was brought onto this public platform. She didn't, go looking for YouTube and Molly and,
no, she didn't.
Nonsense and all of
to reached out to. We don't know this. I know.
Exactly. And so when the Danielle thing came up, I was like, it triggered something. I saw the police report and I'm like, this isn't right. And how Katie is. I know what she does. I know that she contacts people and gets them to do stuff so she can corroborate a story that she's already made up in her head. And I started looking at
kind of like 7, allegedly, in my opinion, whatever.
The dates. And the dates didn't match up to me. So I'm like, all right, Nonsense is claiming that she is seeing the light and she's going to acknowledge her past mistakes. Let me reach out to her and see what she has to say about this. So I'm going to show her what I found and I want what she has to say to me about it. Right. And I show her, I say, look, this is what I see. This is the Cash App request. This is the date it was denied. This is the police report with completely different dates than this Cash App that you're telling me. There's what the police report says the 9th. The Cash App says the 24th. So what are you telling me? And she's saying, well, I'm pretty sure it's the truth. And she never showed me any other evidence in the whole conversation. And there's probably 30 screenshots. And then they're still investigating. I said, no, you're lying to me. They're not investigating. I called and got the police report. I personally told the police report.
Danielle filled out the report online.
I know they did. My background is I spent 15 years working in law enforcement. And then the last 5 of my career, I worked as the judicial assistant for the chief judge in our town.
Right.
So
I know it was just a report that, anybody can make a report. Anybody can make a report like that.
When she tried to say, oh, well, they're still investigating, blah, 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 I called back just to confirm. And I'm like, look, I'm being told that they're still investigating, that now there has been a supplemental report with additional evidence added. Can you tell me if that's correct? And they're like, no, the case is closed. There's no supplemental report. It was submitted online. There's no additional evidence. It's done and over with. So I told her, I said, no, there's nothing further. The case is closed. There's no evidence. There was no evidence at all submitted, actually, truth be told. There's no evidence at all submitted with this report. So she hemmed and hawed the whole time. And she's like, well, this, that, and the other. But if you read at one point where she even admits that she's embarrassed of her own actions.
Yes, I did.
In the land of code, magical helpers were corrupted by their own chaotic libraries, birthing a monster.
It does. They're fucking it. That really annoys me. Like, I get it. And no one likes to admit that they're wrong, but I mean, it's not a personal thing. Like, you made your best guess or assumption based on the knowledge you had and the understanding of that knowledge you had at that time. You only become the asshole when you get new information and you ignore it and you don't reevaluate your position considering the new information. That's when you're an asshole. You're not an asshole for obtaining new information and realizing that you were wrong. Like, we all do that. That's life. Anyway. Yeah, I missed this. Skip me. Okay.
Showed her physically that all the Danielle stuff was a lie, and she still kept hemming and hawing all around about it. But if you read through it, if you get a chance to sit down and read through them all, you'll see where she admits quite a few things. Wow. But it just, looking back now, I can see where Letitia wanted to see her son, and I understand that. I do understand it.
Me too.
I also see where Dre was trying to protect her husband, or thought she was trying to protect her husband. Yes. Families are messy. 100%.
They are.
Families are messy, and none of it, even for Dre's side, none of it should have ever been on the internet.
Nope, it shouldn't have. You are 100% correct about that. I agree. It gets messy. It does.
Families are messy to begin with. All family drama is messy to begin with. Even the closest of families have messy drama, But I just, when she starts going on and on and on about all of these awful people involved in this mess and blah, 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 she was the awful people involved in the nonsense. I'm talking about nonsense. She was the awful people involved in the mess. She could have nipped it in the bud. She knew what was going on and she didn't care. The bottom line.
Nuh-uh. No. Like, I get that at the time she thought she was the right one, the not the villain or whatever. But she can't look back on this now and believe still she was not the villain or not bad or not wrong. Like, that's crazy.
And she didn't care.
Yeah, that's why I said, I told everybody, look, after I saw that video of his mom in the hospital rubbing her son's head and she was bent over him crying, I was like, ain't no fucking way in hell that I'm gonna continue on with this shit.
The truth be told is he loved his mama. He obviously loved his mama. He put his credit on the line for it. I mean, he screwed his own credit up for his mama. She was a young mama, and probably had he lived another 10 or 15 years, they could have figured it out.
They probably could have worked it out. Most certainly.
Right, so I'm gonna stop that there. It's the gist of it. But yeah, Yeah. So once again, nonsense jumped right up into the situation with Mervyn and Trey, and whatever. And she muddied the waters and she wreaked havoc all throughout it. And she spread misinformation, possibly, maybe, allegedly, in my opinion, even helped generate some false information, my opinion. And now she's again jumping into other people's business, other people's shit, wanting to be fucking give testimony. Okay, like, I have no idea. I really don't know if or when or who or whatever could possibly testify in anything with me. But I mean, Nonsense herself said, "Oh, you know what? Here, let me just play that clip too." Nonsense herself said how she felt about that, or what her plans were, whatever. And it was under my shorts, video shorts, not my shorts. And there it is. Stop. Okay. Now it should be in history. So yeah, I think there's a good chance she's going to be jumping into my bullshit and possibly giving testimony. I don't even know what for. Like, everything that's being discussed in this, it played out, happened on publicly on social media from parties. So I don't like what's you're gonna testify to. Oh yeah, I read that online. Yeah. We know that. Like, it doesn't mean anything. Right, so here was Nonsense. This was back in, I think it was the end of 2023. It was either like the very last week of the year or the very first week of the year, because I uploaded this video here, this short video, on January 2nd of 2024. So I had to have gotten this clip before then. What the hell? What happened? Why am I on a different page? Okay. All right. Let me share screen. So this is Nonsense plotting and planning to jump into my shit.
Charlotte's got so much support, honestly. Like, I don't think people really know. I wouldn't be much help for the RO hearing, but I'm telling you now, I'm going to be a bitch for a civil case. And I can't wait for the day.
Okay.
Blowing me kisses. Like, yo, I get it. You're a fan. I can't say the same.
So yeah, I put that up there on January 2nd, 2024. So all the way back then, Nonsense dreaming about coming or going into court and giving testimony in a civil proceeding against me. Like, yo, like, that's kind of stalkerish, is it not? Something? Whatever. All right, I'm gonna wrap this up. It's starting to get chilly out here, and it's going on 9, and I'm hungry. So let me check chat real quick before I go. What? This doesn't want to pull up on my channel here. Come on. Whatever. Okay. I can do it from here, I guess. Wait a minute. Wait, I know. Okay. Oh no, it's not there. Damn it. Okay. Let me check chat here. I really need to do this in my chat thing here, though. I can't see. There we go. All right. All right. So let me go back to where I left off from before. Okay, past that. Oh, good night, Janelle. Thank you. Thank you for liking me. I like you too. Oh, hi, Nanya. Hi, Doodles. Okay. You know, if Janelle has been in Nonsense's chat and she's in my chat and she likes me, but Nonsense dislikes me, as you pointed out there, Doodles. That's okay, right? I mean, she can do that, right? I mean, I don't understand the question, or I don't understand it. Oh, and wait, and who? Oh, and Soups. Oh, the channel. Okay, all right. I think so. I mean, I don't remember names. I just remember seeing Nunya there and another name. It wasn't yours though. It was a smaller name that I used to see in Nonsenses a lot. Stuff I. Oh, okay. Oh, wait. Are you the one who commented on the bird or the nature video or the nature channel? Let me go to my posts. You might be. Oh no. Okay, that was Hoodie's Crowbar. Okay, my bad. But still, hi, welcome. And two, like, I just want to point out, like, and I've said this from day one I started my channel. I'm not gonna. No one's going to agree with everything I do, and it'd be kind of weird if everyone did, So, it's YouTube. Like, when I look for a YouTube channel to watch, I'm looking for content. I'm not like looking for someone's like character or morality is in judging them as though I would judge someone I'm spending my life with or something. You know what I mean? Like the bar is set a little lower for a YouTube channel, I guess. So I take what I like and I leave the rest. And I just ask that other people do the same with me, with everyone. I mean, there are channels that I still watch, even though I don't really like the person running them or the person up on screen, but they're entertaining still. So I'm going to watch. There's, I just think everyone should be able to do that without catching a bunch of bullshit. That's all. But that's not how I noticed. That's not really how it goes though over a Nonsense channel, like, or community or crew, whatever you want to call it. But like you gotta give them the loyalty. It seems that's crazy. It's YouTube. It's fucking YouTube. I mean, I don't understand how she takes herself so seriously and what she's doing on YouTube so seriously. But rather than cover and deal with and try to assist in the serious subjects, she's over on her channel talking about gossip shit. You know what I mean? Like, she's applying the serious mindset to these not so serious things. And it's weird for me. And then to play this game with the viewers and the people in chat that like you have to align or or you don't align, basically. I don't know. All right, I'm rambling now, I think. Hi, Al. I'm sorry you lost your wrench for commenting on Vada's live. It's crazy. It really is. But I am going to wrap this up, though. Someone and go eat. And I still have some work I wanted to finish up today. I might wait until tomorrow, though. I'm tired. So, yeah. So thanks for being here. It's been an entertaining trip down memory lane, but it's not. I don't know. I feel like especially over the past few months, I became unstuck in whatever hole that the nonsense and shit seems to still be stuck in. And I love that for me. I'm sorry. All right, guys. Thanks for being here. And I will probably try and stream sometime tomorrow. So we'll see. Bye. Good night. Have a great night. Thank you.